Hello, artists! Today we will be discussing the concept of color theory, what it is, how it's been used, and its potential in your art. Most of us have a basic understanding of the color wheel. The primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, which then mix to create the secondary colors. Red and blue create violet, blue and yellow green, and red and yellow make orange. These colors placed in a wheel like so can be further mixed at varying degrees. However, artists often mix them in the form of tertiary colors, found between each primary and secondary color and labeled with the primary color first. Red-orange, yellow-orange, yellow-green, blue-green, blue-violet, and red-violet. Artists can choose to use a full color palette when painting, or challenge themselves by limiting the palette to a number of different combinations of these colors. Well-known artist Claude Monet painted with color theory in many of his works. He specifically used his knowledge of color complements in some. If a color is directly across from one another on the color wheel, then that is its complement. When two complements are mixed together, they neutralize each other. But when two complements are painted purely side by side, they create an exciting composition. Take, for example, Monet's painting, Impression Sunrise, painted in 1872. He uses the color complements orange and blue to create a vibrancy in the composition. While in the different work, Morning on the Seine, he uses a majority green, blue, and cool-toned palette. Both images are strong compositions, and Monet chose the color palette he felt appropriate for each. As an artist, it is important to make decisions about your color palette choices before beginning a composition. Having a knowledge of color theory can improve the decision process. You can also choose to create your own meaning and personal theory. Expressionist painter Franz Marc did this. His personal system was that blue in his work symbolized the male principle, the yellow the female principle, and the red is matter. Brutal and heavy, as he says. Where do you see these colors in his work Blue Horse from 1911? How does the use of these colors and knowing his personal theory change the piece conceptually? One more artist to survey before we get started is Georges Seurat, best known for creating divisionism, otherwise known as pointillism, artworks made by using tiny dots to create forms from a distance. When painting, the artist uses pure dots of color next to each other to create different colors from a distance. There is no need to physically mix any colors. Seurat famously accomplished this in his painting A Sunday Afternoon on La Grande Jatte. Thanks to his understanding of color theory, he could effectively place the dots of color to create forms, shadows, and highlights seen at a distance. Study the detail of his work. How long do you think it took Seurat to paint all of these dots? It was 2 years, painted between 1884 and 1886. Of course, our project won't be nearly as long, but it is important to see the variety of uses color theory offers to an artist. I hope you have fun with this next project, and remember, there is a world of potential for your art when you consider the color theory. Let's get creative!